Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year. This year 2020 is going to be a great year for me. I'm going to be posting more videos and working on more behind the scenes, more photography tips. So if this is your first time here, please do consider subscribing. I'm going to be taking the channel a little more serious this year, so share, like, comment. Let's help get this channel to grow and that we all can communicate. Please do comment so we can have a conversation down in the comments area and get things popping. All right, so today marks 1 year since I bought my Fuji XT3. It's time to drop my review and how I feel about it, what I like, don't like, if I'm going to stick with it, not stick with it. So let's get into it. So the Fuji XT3, how do I feel about it? Well, should I give you guys a spoiler or should I tell you first? Let me tell you guys first. All right, so I have a video that I did when I just got this. And if you guys didn't see that video, I will have the link up in one of this corner right here, right up here. So you guys can click it to see my first video when I just got it and when I tested it using the kit lens. Since then, I bought a 23mm f1.4 and the 90mm f2, which, by the way, the 90mm f2 is my favorite lens. It is equivalent to 135 f3, 2.8 f3 on a full frame, and that is by far my favorite lens. The 23 is equivalent to a 35 1.8, I believe, on a full frame. You guys can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but it's a 1.5 crop, so you times it by 1.5 and then you get the crop factor for the full frame. Since then, with the kit lens, I got those two lenses and I must say I have enjoyed shooting with the Fujifilm. I bought the Nikon Z6 and the Fuji XT3 at the same time. I initially bought the Fuji XT3 for video, but I tested it for a shot and I literally fell in love. I fell in love with the colors. I fell in love with the rendering of the images. I fell in love with the feel of the camera with the buttons and how everything was laid out. With that being said, the camera is an APS-C, meaning it's a crop sensor for those of you who don't know. I enjoyed shooting with this thing. Compared to my Z6, I bought the Z6 for photography and I bought this for video, but when I tested the Z6, which is recording, by the way, the Z6 is what's recording this video right now. But when I tested it for photography, the lens that I used was the Sigma at the time. I didn't have native lens to test it. For me, with the Sigma, it was not as sharp as I would like it to be. The images was a lot sharper on the Fujifilm. So I decided to use the Fujifilm as my main camera and I parked up the Z6 and kept it on the shelf. So I ended up using this a lot, loved it, loved the rendering, loved the colors that came out of it, and man, I can't brag more or talk more anymore about this than how good this camera is. I would have never thought that I, Kerwan Celestine, would today tell anyone that I will be shooting an APS-C camera. If you told me, asked me this a few years back, like when I just started photography, I'd be like, you crazy? Why would I want to shoot APS-C? You know, and then I went to a Photo Plus and I tested this and I instantly fell in love with the sharpness and the rendering of this. So let's talk about the things that I love about the Fujifilm. So I'll give you 5 things that I love and I'll give you 5 cons about it as well. So 5 things that I love. First thing, as I said previously, is the tactile buttons. I love the buttons that you have here. You can control your ISO right here. You can control your shutter speed, and on the lens, you have your aperture, which you can also control on it. Second thing is the weight and the size. This camera is extremely small, and Fujifilm did an awesome thing when they kept their lens small as well. You know, so this, as you can see here, like this is the body, this is the lens. You know, so this is extremely small. When you have 135 Sigma, it's like a huge body on top of like the Sony or something like that. But with this now, you have this little body with this little lens, and then the other lenses are even smaller. This is, I think this is like one of their bigger lens. This one and the 50 to 140, that's like the biggest lens that they have, as opposed to 200, which is a monster. That's for sports, you know. So their body is small, the lenses are small and lightweight. So it's makes it very easy for you to travel around with and stuff like that. So that's number 2. Number 3 is the rendering. The rendering of these images are butter. These, when you import an image from this camera into your Capture One or Lightroom, it renders it beautifully. The skin tone, the color science is another thing. That's a third one? Third or fourth? We'll check that back and let you know. But the color science is the next one that I love a lot about this. The color science that you get from this. And that's something that I didn't get with the Sony. Also, if you guys want to know about that, because a lot of people have been asking me why I sold my Sony. So if you guys want to know why I sold my Sony, comment down below and let me know, and I'll get into that. But the color science was also one of the things that I love about this. And then we have our the screen here, back LCD. I love the fact that it rotates like this. So when you open it, you have this, and if I'm shooting down low, I can literally have the camera like this and just shoot up, and I can see what I'm shooting from here instead, because I get down a lot. I get down a lot in my shots, so every time I will get down, I'll either have to go down and bend down and put my head in the viewfinder to see the shot. But with this, makes your life a lot easier, you know? So that's the 5th one I think about this one that I love. All right, so let's get into 5 things that I don't like about the camera. One thing I don't like about it is the ergonomics could be better. It's good, but it could be better. I have my grip that I put on, which gives me a little more bulk and size, that it fits good, but as you guys can see, my hands are literally big. So holding this like this, then you have the finger falling off, you know, so it's kind of hard. And then when you have to literally take this finger off to hold on to the button here, so now you only have these 3, and you have your thumb trying to hold on to the little piece in the back here. So it makes it kind of difficult, especially when you have like the 90 on it, makes it front heavy. So trying to hold it like this, it gets a little strain on the fingers. So, you know, but that's one of the issues I have with it. Not by any means something to say that I wouldn't buy it, because I have it and I'm still using it. And with the grip, it helps a lot. The second con for me is that the lenses. I know I talked about them and said I love the small sizes, and I know a lot of you are going to say that, oh well, bokeh isn't as important. But for me, certain times, and I mean, granted, I get past it with a lot without using all the bokeh, and I get a lot of bokeh out of this lens. The compression out of the 90 is beautiful. But there's sometimes that I would love to get a little more separation from the background, and I wouldn't get as much with this, because this is equivalent to a f3, whereas the 135 full frame is a 1.8. So you lose a few stops of depth of field from that f-stop. So Fuji, if you're listening, I would love to get a 90 like a f1 or f1.4, which will equate to a f1.8. Sorry, 1.2. So a 90 millimeter f1.2 will give me a 1.8, I believe. Yeah, at 1.8, and we will be Gucci. I would love that. So for Fuji, if you're watching, that's something I would really love. That's one of the cons for me. The fact that they have, like, the only lens they have at the f1.2 is the 56. It's the f1.2, which is like a f1.8, 85 1.8. And every other lens is either f2 or f2.8 and up. And certain shots I want that separation, you know, and I don't get it with that. So that's a con for me, you know. And let's see, can I come up with 5? Let's think again. I don't think there's much more, guys. And this camera is, it's a beautiful camera. And those who know me and have seen me shooting with this camera have seen the magic that I've created with this camera. And I cannot complain at all. I love the camera. But I think those are the only 2 cons I have. So look at that. I found 5 pros and 2 cons. So that's just how good this camera is. I would have loved if Fuji made full frame, but I understand they don't want to get in that market. They're killing it with the APS-C and the medium format. I would love to get the Fuji GFX 100, but my money don't stretch that long. Maybe when I grow this channel, maybe then I can get them to send me one. Who knows? But the Fuji GFX 100 would be an awesome camera. I would love to start shooting medium format, but until then I gotta do what my pocket can handle. So will I stay with it? Definitely yes. I am definitely gonna stay shooting with this camera. I will be getting a full frame. I'm not sure as to which one yet. I'm excited to see what's coming out soon. So I will keep you posted on that. But I will be keeping my Fujifilm, even if it's for video or when I'm traveling and I don't want to travel with my full frame mirrorless. I can travel with this because I know it's capable of giving me the pictures that I want. So I'm definitely holding on to my baby, my Fuji XT3, and yeah, that's about it, guys. So if you guys have any views on it, or if any of you guys own the Fuji XT3 or have a Fuji XT3, what was your experiences with it? How do you like shooting with it? What you like, don't like? Maybe I forgot something, and you guys can tell me in the comments. So drop a comment, let me know what you feel about the Fuji XT3. Let me know how you like it, and if you like what you saw, guys, don't forget, smash that subscribe button, hit the like. If you don't like it, hit the thumbs down button twice, and let's keep it rolling. And I'll see you guys in the next one. And remember, you're only as good as you believe you are. See ya. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year. It's gonna be a great 2020. I hope you guys follow along with me. If this is your first time here, please do consider subscribing to my channel. I'm gonna be taking this channel a lot. Oh, hell.